Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. That's right, folks. We are live and back at it again. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. It is a Wednesday night. You got hump day in the books. So with all of that, you get to come home to some Dynamite tonight. It's going to be a good one. We got lots to get into here tonight. We got two title matches. We got Jericho, Keith Lee. We got MJF. We got, storylines maybe. We're going to talk a little bit about Wembley. We got so much to get into and more to talk about in the entire wrestling world. It's going to be a fun night, so strap in, strap on. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a fun one, folks. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. We are live. And we are back at it again, folks. Darby Allin is on the way to the ring. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk all about that. But as always, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, and we will be rocking and rolling through yet another live stream, live party, live watch along. Call it what you will, but nobody does it like we do. Big shout out to Big Nick, Cliff, CJ as well. Luna will be with us tomorrow for Impact, the go-home show for Rebellion. Yes, I see it in the chat somewhere. It has been sold out. It will be sold out. It's in good old Canada, and it's going to be a good show. It's stacked, and I can't wait. I mean, the last rights match alone between PCO and Eddie Edwards is worth the price of admission. But right now, I got Darby Allin in the ring. I got Swerve Strickland coming out. And this is going to be a good one, folks. I've been looking for this. But do remember, we had a 51% merger between the Mogul affiliates and the Embassy. So we'll see what that means. We'll see what that brings. How do you guys feel about it? Do you like the little pot shot at the WWE? Do you like how now Swerve's got Brian Cage by his side? Prince Nana comes out with him. He's looking badass. He does not look as held back as he was with the two former associates. And I'm telling you right now, I think Darby and Swerve are going to burn the house down. So, folks, I will take a second to say hello to everybody. I hope you're doing well out there. I hope everyone's having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. Halfway there, hump day in the books. Friday Junior tomorrow, Friday beyond that, we're right there. The weekend is upon us, and more wrestling than you can shake a stick at. We will be back for two shows tomorrow, two shows Friday. We're back on the weekend. We got so much to cover. We even got Big Nick on XFL duty. He will return after the Easter weekend off. It's going to be fun times here on the channel, folks. This match is kicking off, and if you would like to get a prediction into the chat, get it in now. Let me know who you're taking. Let me know who's going to win. But I got Darby setting it up and not wasting any time. I love the what's. Let's go. But Darby coming out of the gate like a bullet. We got a tope Darby already. Wow. Swerve rolls the outside. Darby with the flip from the top to the floor. And the crowd is on their feet. What? Pardon, who? Sky Blue is dreamy. All right. Cora Blue will be in action tonight, so you'll be happy as they have scheduled a dark match for tonight's Dynamite. So that will be interesting. Ooh, Swerve taking out the feet. Now, keep in mind, I might be a couple seconds behind y'all, but that's partly by design. Got Darby Allin for the win. I like it. Swerve for the win. This one's tough. They both need the win. Is it possible we do not get a win here? I mean, Strickland just came back. Hasn't been very prominent since some of the trouble he had with Keith Lee. And he just joined with Prince Nana and the Embassy and Brian Cage. So we'll see. I mean, it's curious. Darby needs the win as well. I mean, he's part of the storyline with MJF. Does MJF somehow cost Darby the W here? I don't know. I'm going to go Darby just because it seems too hard to go against Darby. Swerve or else his news associates will be in vain. JV, that's kind of what I was just saying, bro. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Marquise, welcome. What? Join in the chat. Yeah, folks, if you're watching right now, get some what's in there. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Not my gimmick. Not his gimmick either, but it's somebody's gimmick. Get it in there. What's up? What's up? See, money's in the house. I'm live on the second floor. I'm high on the second floor. The Boss Monsters, welcome back. My name is Luca. All right. Or Lucha. Swerve right now, if you're keeping track at home, for me anyway, Swerve just kicked Darby right in the face. They're on the floor. The stairs have been moved out. And now Swerve just dragging Darby around like Rhea dragged Dominic around. Fightful broke to we'll get into this on a commercial break, Victor. I definitely want to talk about this tonight. I want to get into all the nitty-gritty about this story. My initial feels when I read it was no shit, but I'll explain why later. Looking forward to Darby Allin Swerve. You got it, Damien. It's up. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Silas Young. Yes, out of nowhere, TMZ Hobbs is going to go up against Silas Young, who recently came back to Ring of Honor. This is, they just showed Ty Mello and Sammy watching on the back. And is that not a DQ? Is that not a DQ, Aubrey? So Swerve takes Darby's belt off and starts beating him with it. Darby takes the belt, wraps it around the ankles, gets a takedown, and now bang into the corner, rolls out and going for another one, but Swerve says not today. Aubrey, is that not a DQ? Am I alone? Someone help me. The man just used a weapon. Marquise, I'm with you, buddy. I got Darby. Swerve is cash money. Well, I know Hurt Row sure misses him. I'll put it that way. Hello, Hassan. There you go. What? Boss feeling the what as well. Got that one. Keep that chat coming, folks. Keep it alive. Keep it active tonight as we roll through. It's going to be a fun night here on the channel. Oh, I missed Robert. Robert's back with some crazy predictions. The Lucha Bros is an all... The Lucha Brothers is an all-day a tag team champion. Yes, I think I agree with what you're saying. What? Yeah, here we go. I like how polite Prince Nana and Brian Cage were. They just came out to see their new associate walk to the ring. Why would dastardly heels stay ringside and interfere in a match if the face is going over? Touche, C-Money. I like your take on it. Very valid point. And again, it was just, I guess, to remind us that this happened, that the merger, the two companies coming together is a thing. Swerve for the win. All right. Darby, just another Wow. And I think Darby's bleeding from the mouth, guys. And then Strickland's grabbing the ankle. Strickland just literally went over the top rope, down on Darby, coup de grace, so to speak. Swerve grabbing that ankle. Darby seems to be bleeding from the mouth, perhaps, but that could have been on any multiple point in this match. Swerve trying to walk off the sore ankle. You really hope he didn't come down wrong on it. Swerve for the win, eh? I mean, it's possible. Tyler, how's it going? Welcome back. How you doing? I hope you're doing well, sir. Thank you for being here. I miss Tay Mello. The interesting thing about Ty, whatever we want to say, she was good. She could kind of wrestle. She got that judo background. We saw her in NXT. When they were getting all that heat, like when everybody was just fucking livid, They should have turned up that heat. They should have had her coming out with Sammy and, like, you know, booked her a little bit better. Instead, they kind of put her on the shelf. And that's unfortunate. I think they could have done something with that. Like, they were getting Dominic Mysterio level heat because people were sick of their shit. And I would have just kept doing it. New Japan, All Japan Wrestling, and Noah announced All Together Again event for June. Wow, Victor, that is crazy, because we will be here live for that. And that's an outstanding that brings outstanding possibilities of what we could get in June. Yeah, I'm all for it. What's up, Excalibur? How you doing? By the way, Victor, hope you're doing well as well. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm in picture right now, by the way. The WWE deserves Logan Paul. Okay, do tell. I'm curious where that came from. Who wins at SmackDown? I choose Xavier Woods to beat LA Knight. LA Knight better win this, Richard. He should win it. He better win it. That guy's getting pops left, right, and center. I don't even think they should continue to push this heel angle with him. And I think that's where they're like, you know what? We'll have you go up against Xavier because he's an uber baby face forever now. This is a good opportunity for you to be in something. But I think they should abandon the heel thing with LA Knight. Push him babyface. Give him some love. The audience wants him. The audience likes him. You see it. I don't think you can deny it. Let's get back to that. What's up, Juice, by the way? How you doing, buddy? Darby biting Swerve's foot. Oh, I missed that. That's nasty. What you said. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Victor. Oh! I just got a flatliner, but my shit glitched. What is your thought on new contract for Logan Paul? It's perfect. It's good. He's a talent. He brings eyes. He brings attention. He's noteworthy. And then when he's in the ring, I mean, he does what he needs to do. I would argue that, you know, he's a more talented wrestler than some of the people we see on a week-to-week basis. So I'm all for it. Lock him up. Get him in a few more big matches. I joked last night with my buddy Nick. What if Logan Paul wins the Money in the Bank? What if he wins the Money in the Bank? What if he gets involved in the Money in the Bank and pulls it off? Could you imagine? And I think Nick had a good point about the idea that, you know, where if he wins it, everywhere he goes, if he's on his show, if he's on his podcast, if he's out and about and he has that briefcase with him, again, notoriety, it's noticed, it's something. And then, do I think Logan Paul should be WWE champion? No. However, if there ever was a way, especially if it's post-draft, if we have a draft that does separate the titles, Logan Paul beating somebody as the Raw champion isn't necessarily unbelievable. It'd be fucked up, but it'd get a lot of headlines. So give that some thought. Yeah, that would work. I think that would work. But the problem with that is, to me, they're two of the same. Like, those two guys would be friends opposed to enemies. And if they try and go back to Logan Paul as babyface, it doesn't work for me. So they're doing this thing again where we're getting a match with one of the pillars and the rest of the pillars are watching. And that's why I'm assuming Darby has to win or have a really good reason not to, because if you're continually building up the pillars, I imagine every time we see the pillars between now and Double or Nothing, they're victorious or they're cheated not to be. Biting is a DQ. Not in 2023. Either is using a belt. Like, you blatantly used the belt in front of the ref, and all she did was say, "Stop that. Stop it." That's not good enough. What up, Steve? How you doing, buddy? Welcome back. Sounds like something WWE would do, have Logan Paul. Yeah, that feels Vincey. That definitely feels Vincey. And that's where it's like, Cena versus Logan Paul at SummerSlam. I don't know. I don't know how many more matches I can put up with of Cena just coming back and being like, "Hi, everybody," and then leaving again. Like, I was all for a theory in Cena, the passing of the torch, so to speak, but you can't keep going to that well. You really can't. I'd rather see Logan Paul versus somebody on the current roster than John Cena. Just my take. Any chance Brandon Cutler and yeah, two slim and fucking none. There's no way. Even with a swerve, even with interference, there is no way anybody on BCC should take a pin by either of those two guys. I know I bellyached and bitched and complained about booking this match. It's fucking awful. We shouldn't get it. It's ridiculous. The fact that I'm going to have to sit through Brandon Cutler and Naka. But people said, well, KJ, they're the Stooges. They're supposed to get in the way. They're supposed to. Yeah, I just wish one of your top tag teams and one of your top singles talents had a better set of Stooges. You know what I mean? It's not like you're sending the Usos out to defend their honor. You're literally sending out two absolute jobbers. The match should take about 6 seconds. Anything, I don't want to see what Brandon Cutler can do. Or, the embassy messing around. Now, so Cage gets kicked out. So the interference isn't a DQ. It's just to get out of here. Why didn't you guys just come down in the first place? Wish my shit wasn't so glitchy. All right. Oh my God. I don't know what you're oh my God in, but I'll take your word for it. Holy crap, big move. That's what it was. Okay. What else we got here tonight? Logan Paul took on the Miz already, and they are similar. Yeah, but see, that was an issue for me, JV. And just because they did it doesn't mean they should revisit it. I've done a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have repeated. So I don't think they should go back to that type of well because, again, you kind of force somebody into the babyface. And when they put Logan Paul in the babyface role against the Miz, Logan Paul seems fake as fuck, and nobody cared about the Miz, so it didn't really work. By the way, I got MJF. Where's my man with the scarf? MJF is on his way out. I know I'm slightly delayed here, but I am catching up. Swerve trying to do anything to get TV time. He deserves TV time, though. Right? But like Swerve gets this good marquee match with one of the pillars, and it's just full of interference. They're showing the backstage. They got it. It's a little bit like I thought these two guys deserved to just tear it up. So time for the bad guy. So we went to commercial. MJF came out and we went to commercial. Am I correct? Dun, dun, dun. What else we got here, folks? I hope Keith Lee goes over Chris Jericho tonight. I don't know what to make of this match. I don't know who goes over and why. The only thing I can think is Jericho cheats, goes over Keith Lee. I think there's tomfoolery, then maybe a post-match beating of Keith Lee, and then Adam Cole comes out to help Keith Lee. Maybe? I don't know. I don't want to see this match. I love the booking, some of the booking we're getting, but I don't know how I feel about this. I really don't. I mean, it just seems like an odd mismatch. Truthfully, at this point in history, Keith Lee should beat Chris Jericho in 5 minutes or less. It shouldn't be competitive. It shouldn't be long. I think Chris Lee, why do I keep calling him Chris? Chris Jericho is just at that point. Keith Lee's a beast. He should win. He really should win, but we will see how they handle this because I can't imagine Chris Jericho coming out and just taking a clean loss to Keith Lee back and forth. And then Keith Lee, no, I don't imagine that. Anybody can see that? Anybody out there thinks, like I saw Jack, you put Keith Lee wins. Keith Lee makes Jericho look younger. I like it. I like it, Keyshawn. Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well, sir. Cody Hall is all elite. If that's true, that's good. You put him in with Jay White and Juice. I don't know if that's official. I would be for it. I haven't seen or heard of him in a while. Victor, that was a Triple H move. What was a Triple H move? KJ, did you notice WWE had to pull Riddle and Miz Monday because Riddle's... Yes. Well, I mean, people are saying, well, it was a Vince move. It was Triple H move. It was flights. Flights got delayed. They actually carried it into the storyline, so I give them a little bit of credit with that. Like, at the end of the show, they're like, Riddle and KO come running up. They made it. And they were able to get involved. But yeah, things got shuffled around because a bunch of wrestlers could not get into Seattle. I still don't know why, but yeah, apparently there was flight issues. Boss Monsters says, sure. I hope Keith Lee wins. That's more optimistic. Keith Lee makes Jericho look younger. I got that, but I love it. I am in commercial break right now. Victor, that was Triple H. Is every Orange Cassidy match the same? Yes, that's part of the problem. That's why I know others out there, that's the problem with Orange Cassidy, where you kind of get to that limit of I'm sick of Orange Cassidy. I don't know. It really is. It's the rinse and repeat. We've seen it. We've done it. It's one trick. And listen, I told you guys, my secret to our fantasy wrestling league has been Orange Cassidy. People don't, Orange Cassidy sucks. Doesn't matter. He gets booked every week and he's got a title on his shoulder while he does it. So he is a point producer. If you're in any type of league like we are, I highly recommend Orange Cassidy. I got MJF in the ring, by the way, folks. I'd like to see an Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy match where Cole wins IC title, then Swerve challenges Cole. Swerve versus Cole program would be hot. Yeah, Mark, we're not even close to that. Now, for those who think MJF's a baby face, let's listen to the crowd. Boo. Boo. Yeah, no. Got a little bit of cheer for Darby, though. I think Theory versus Paul would be a good challenge for Mr. Next. If Theory is truly going to be next, he has to rise to the occasion and try to sell me as a baby face. Nah, but he's such a good heel. I mean, again, that's where you start fucking up a young guy. We watched the trials and tribulations of Theory. Theory's dug in as a heel. Paul's dug in as a heel. Together against each other, it doesn't make sense for me on paper, JV. I really think right now you find another very pure baby face and you keep lining them up and having Theory knock them down. Line them up, Theory knock them down. Paul, because he is who he is, can kind of get away with a little more of a part-time spot booking type schedule. So who knows what they do next with Paul. But Theory, send them every baby face you can. People are cheering for Chad Gable, give them Chad Gable. Let them eat him alive. If people are cheering for fucking... you already got through Ray, whoever. Just keep sending them to Theory and letting them destroy them until somebody gets sick of it. Headlock takeover. I love that he calls it the Triple B. Do you see more fights between Finn Balor and Edge? Ben Long storyline. I want to see it. You want to see more? I think I'm at my limit. I really think the cap is WrestleMania. You get Demon Finn versus Edge. The only way I think you can justify revisiting that is if Finn comes out and says, listen, you cracked open me skull. I want another shot at it. That's the only way I think you can do it. Realistically, because I'll listen to the chat out there. To me, we've had a lot. This is like a year in the making. It hasn't been consistent. Edge's presence hasn't been consistent. I think we're at a point where I've had enough. I would take one more match if they could sell me on it. Backlash, maybe, where they say, you know what? We didn't get the fight we wanted. The fans deserve to see a solid Edge Finn Balor match. But I don't know how many solid matches Edge has left. Darby sitting down to cut a promo is an interesting choice. I would recommend that he sits on the turnbuckle, a la Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you want to sit down and kind of do the emo sit in the corner thing, fine, but I think do it on the top turnbuckle when you have a microphone. Darby's over. Darby is lucky that Darby is Darby because in my humble opinion, he's been underbooked. And you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but in my humble opinion, I feel like we should have got more for Darby in his time. I think there was title runs that he could have had. I think title runs that got stopped short. I think at times Sting overshadowed him, but it's fucking Sting. I think Darby should be Sting's final match at this point. Dude in the front row got one tooth. Which one, boss? Yeah, okay. Edge would be a good show. Another guy beloved by the fans. You let him go up against Theory. Yeah, I'm all for it. I'm good with that. How long till the fans start appreciating Logan Paul and turn him into a face? No. They tried that. JV, and it was fucking lukewarm. He is naturally arrogant. He has a large contingent of haters. Play into that. The more genuine somebody is in wrestling, the better they are. Period. Ask Roman Reigns. 8 years of trying to fake being the nice guy. And they put him on to be yourself, and it's been wildfire. Thank you, Paul Heyman. So, yeah, that's my fear. Just let him be him. We all know what he's like in his public persona. We all know the hate and the detractors for Logan Paul. I would play directly into that. Because what? You showed up on Wrestling a Nice Guy? Don't make no sense. I agree. Did I misspeak? Or did someone else misspeak? I wish they actually booked the pillars better instead of having them to emphasize it so much. Amen. Keep in mind, we still got a bit of time to kill before we get to Double or Nothing. So, I mean, at some point, I imagine there's got to be some matches here, right? Some type of crossovers, maybe a tag team match 2-on-2. Do you ever see Orange Cassidy losing his title, KJ? I don't. I mean, someday his day will come. Eventually, he's got to do something other than the pockets gimmick, I think. Are we still going to be seeing Orange Cassidy with his hands in his pockets, running around 5 years from now? 6, 10? I don't know. At some point, you got to break. You got to, evolve. Underbooking Darby may have been a blessing to Darby, honestly. Interesting, Dave. I see why you're saying that. That's an interesting take, sir. I don't necessarily refute that in the sense of, yeah, I mean, if you start overbooking too soon, too much too soon, I mean, this is the risk you have with MJF, right? MJF has a title run. At some point, it's going to come to an end. He loses that title. He's still very young. Can you keep him relevant? Can he keep himself relevant? Now, I do believe MJF is a generational talent that can pull it off. But again, that's what the risk you run. And we saw it with like Dante Martin. They booked the shit out of him in 2022. And then he just became invisible. Darby Allin, Sting's bitch. Oh, he's here. It's Sting. Uh-oh. And he's wearing the bomber jacket. Must be chilly. Look at them standing. Darby. How you guys feeling about this segment? Is it going a bit long? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Too long? Just right. How are we feeling? I feel like this post-match shit has been long. Swerve. What Swerve? Swerve's an afterthought now. where I thought this was really going to be a match to highlight Swerve. He kind of gets lost in the shuffle here. Logan Paul is naturally a heel. I just hope that they keep him mid-card. He shouldn't have been able to touch Roman. That was pathetic. Listen, I was on this channel, Mark. I'm sure if you popped in, you would have heard me bitch and moan about giving him a title shot. However, there are ways to get back to a title shot. And again, once you have some matches under your belt that kind of say, oh, wait 1 second. Sorry, I got Sting fucking with MJF completely. Is Sting going to challenge MJF? Sting's got pom-poms coming out everywhere. Now the crowd's chanting for pom-poms. More cowbell. Oh, Cody. Forbidden door. Wow, wow, wow. Sting bringing some heat. I just feel like it is not in this moment when you see someone like Sting, you're reminded. It's just like, I don't know. It's just such a different vibe. Like, just give me that mic. I'm going to talk. And I love seeing it like this. Big shout out to Slick Rick. I like that. I can't believe he's here. This is so shocking. I'm sure. I mean, I just get fucking horrible visions of that's what Tony's like in the sack. Like, it's here. Relax, Tony. Act like we've had it before. This is an interesting point. I might touch on this. Anyone else feel like this segment's been long as shit? Security looks nervous outside the ring. Yeah. Showtime is almost over. Sting turns on Darby. Darby turns on Sting. MJF shrugs and says, good. Okay, building up Darby. This is fucking long as shit. Keep in mind, the match went through a commercial. So now we're getting an entire segment in addition. I like it, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like, oh, turn this off. But it feels a little long. And I don't necessarily want Sting talking for Darby. I don't, it's like his dad came out to tell everybody on the block, like, my kid's good too. Let him play. But to your point about the rest of the pillars kind of looking 205, I mean, it's tough to envision Jungle Boy and Sammy Guevara as world champions. Would Darby be an exception as a world champion? I don't know. He's borderline for me. I love him. The idea of him as a TNT. Oh, spit in his face. That's death. What was it? Somebody just said they should book a mat. If the shocking, wait till Goldberg versus Wardlow. I'm telling you guys, I've been beating this drum for weeks. And people think I'm being stupid. But if I was Tony Khan, I would be backing up the Daddy Express and just unloading some money on Bill's door and saying, hey, Bill, got one more in you? And even if it was against Jericho, I'm totally down for. I know I don't have the nicest things to say about Mr. Jericho, and I won't later, trust me. But, I mean, if it's Jericho Goldberg, I feel like that's like 30 years in the making. You know, Jericho kind of revisits something that was a burn his saddle for so long. But, and I still think Wardlow Goldberg would be great. No. Let me correct that. I do not think that would be great. And primarily because it would just be clunky, and I think Goldberg would dust Wardlow, and I don't want that. I'd rather Goldberg destroy somebody like Jericho. It's perfect. Yeah, the segment went too long. Went too long. You didn't need everybody. Like, who was coming out next? His fucking mom. Maybe we got some cousins in the back that want to say some things. To me, when you're trying to set up this rivalry between the pillars of AEW, you don't want one of the pillars to have a spokesperson. You don't want, like, that's where Sting takes Darby's shadow in this moment. So, back to the previous question, I don't think that Sting will ever turn on Darby. If anything, Darby goes on Sting. But I don't know how that works. He's so over as a babyface. And if you turn him heel and you don't have a plan, that's where you turn him cold. I think they're building the main event for Wembley. No, Steve, I disagree. I think they're going to be building this main event for Double or Nothing. I think the main event potentially for Wembley could be the Elite versus CM Punk and the FTR. So that's my take on it. Now, Victor brought this up early in the chat. So, Victor, I said I'd get back to it. I am on a commercial break, folks. If you were just tuning in, pretty long segment over a couple commercial breaks between the match and the post-match. Yeah, I mean, I really was looking forward to this match being like a burner. It was a good match. Don't get me wrong. Just kind of got lost in the shuffle. And then overall, it got really long in the tooth. I like it, though. Sting's a pro, man. You give him that mic and he just starts spitting. It's beautiful. I'm all for it. But in addition, like I said, where he kind of steps on Darby a little bit here, it might not be the best of choices. But a long segment for sure. With that being said, back to Victor's question about CM Punk and the reports. I got really surprised today. This, to me, like the reports that CM Punk wants to come back, I 100% agree with, guys. If you're tuning in right now, make sure you like and subscribe. But if you're tuning in right now, like, honestly, to me, this goes to show Punk never wanted to leave. Punk didn't want to be on the shelf. Punk got hurt. Punk didn't want to get in the brawl. Punk has endured a lot in this scenario. And if everybody can take their bias aside, I don't give a fuck about the past. I don't give a fuck about the future. Just focus on that immediate bubble as far as what has happened to Punk over the last little while. He was slandered. He was accused of things. He was blamed for things that weren't his fault or his involvement. And then it led to the brawl. And then everybody painted. I'm sure at times Punk, whether he plays it off or not, at times, oh, by the way, I got a Silas and Hobbs in the ring. This is going to be a Hobbs win. They're going to job Silas a bit here. But I'd rather not see Silas on Dynamite. I'd rather just keep him to Ring of Honor. But with Punk, I don't think he ever wanted to leave. I don't think he wanted the altercation. I think they came bursting in his room, and whether people like to hear this or not, he reacted like a lot of us would. When you get on your heels, if people aggressively come storming in, if you're outnumbered, yeah, I'm sure it was bad. But Punk saying, I want to come back, I believe that's always been the case. FTR, I think, did a wonderful job of working Tony for more money and more opportunity. I 100% think that was the case. And I don't think this is being talked about publicly by FTR and such if it's not truly a possibility. If the rumors are true, Tony wants them back, Punk back as well. And we all know, I know people are like, yeah, get rid of him. He's a cancer. Tony Khan sat at the press conference and he was asked about people feeling like, did Punk underachieve about returning since his return? And wow, told you it was 6 seconds over. I'm not even taking your predictions. Yeah, gone. Bye-bye. Yeah, like, okay. But back to the point. Yeah, I mean, with Punk, I don't think he ever wanted to step away. I think he truly wants to help. And all the reports from Jade, from Hobbs, from FTR about what a nice guy. This guy showing up with gift cards, get yourself coffee, but not wanting to take credit for it, not wanting people to know he did it. A guy who would take the time to watch matches and listen. Uh-oh. Hey! What the fuck? Run. Wardlow's back and he's got a pipe. He took Riho's pipe. And he is going to town. Anytime they show a car in the back, you know what that means in wrestling, folks. That car is about to get beat up, blown up, or rolled over. True to form in wrestling style. I thought that feud was... Stop trying to make QT happen. I don't get why we're getting force-fed QT Marshall. I don't. It fucked up. I'm all for Hobbs. Apparently the pipe sucks, so Wardlow has found a stanchion, and it's in the windshield of the monster car. Who got a car that says monster? Oh, and he found a forklift. So maybe I'm getting 2 out of 3, folks, and 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Wardlow, yeah. So I got destroyed and tipped. If it blows up, I'm 3 for 3. If it blows up, I'm 3 for 3. Anybody got a match? And Big Bad Hobbs is in the... I don't know what to do. Do you hear that just crinking and cracking? Let him fight. Let him fight. I'm with you a little bit on this, Rocco. The way this has been booked has been clunky as shit. And it's not... Like, even with Wardlow and Hobbs winning the title, it didn't do great things for either one of them. Wardlow legit. Shoot legit. Forgot to put the forklift in park. That was not part of the program. There was no way that was supposed to happen, but it worked out. There you go. Another person agrees with Rocco. I like it. Powerhouse Hobbs is too heavy for Orange to handle. We have a new AEW International Champion. Again, I think you're watching a funny show. Bailey's ex goes through the table. Is that Bailey's ex? Right on. Okay. Worst pull apart ever. Aaron Solo through a table. Is Aaron Solo really Bailey's ex? I didn't follow along. Where's Luna Havoc when I need her? He dead. This was a really... Now, does this segment feel long? Am I wrong in that one? Maybe a touch long, guys? Again, we did the car thing. Let's just end it at the car. Why is there like all of this after it? And if you had all your friends, if you are the QTV crew and you see Wardlow swinging, do you all not run out there? And that should be the spot. Either Wardlow uses the weapon to get away from the gang of people, even as a big guy, 6-1 with one of them being the champion is a hard sell. So if Wardlow loses against Hobbs, it hurts him bad. If Hobbs loses the title already and he's stuck with QT, that hurts him bad. Tricky booking. But, yeah, a little long. Dead serious. Thank you. Fun fact. She can do better. Put another shrimp in the barbie. Yeah, it was horrible Australian, but I got where you're going. Last 2 segments were way too long. If you just pushed Excalibur out of the way, Taz and Shivani look like commentators. Cool. I'm getting the Giant versus Hogan monster truck vibes, right? Okay. Is Jay White really 6'4", by the way? I saw that today, and I was like, shit. So they're kind of pegging them as a super duo right now. But at least we're getting some Jay White. We're getting a little bit of how do you do. I really felt like his introduction to AEW was a little swept under the rug. I think they really listen, you guys are going to hear something amazing out of my mouth right now. So everybody hit record because this is serious. Chris Jericho said something I really agreed with today. Yeah, a rare occasion. Pigs might have flown today, but I agree with Jericho's assessment of Jay White. And the guy's a superstar. And if the rumors were true, he knew there was interest from the WWE, even if they hadn't communicated much. So he chose AEW. FTR chose to stay with AEW. There is a valid point to people choosing to go there. When somebody like Jay White chooses your company over the other company, I think you highlight that a bit. I think you put him on a grander stage than just running out and kind of like having people figure out who it is. That's just my take on it. But I love that we're getting him and Juice together are going to be outstanding. If they were to add a third member, that'd be great. But I want to see what they do with them. They have a lot of potential here. Like Jay White is a main event level talent. Here comes the House of Black, Murphy. Not quite the usual House of Black entrance, but I dig it. Julia Hart is a 10. And I'm looking forward to this match as well. I don't know what we're going to do with it, though. OC's probably going to win. I'd be shocked if he lost. It'd be a nice change, though. Buddy 2 belts. That's what we're going for. Buddy 2 belts. When WWE / AEW brag about the millions and millions they made off advertisements, it feels kind of insulting. Like we all took all of yours and their money and gave us this shit to watch. All right, a little clunky at the end, Mark, but I got there. I mean, advertisements are part of the beast. I think where I take grand issue, particularly with the WWE, right? Keep in mind, to AEW's credit, to Tony's credit, picture-in-picture became a thing because of AEW. And I remember the fans, the haters, the Jimmies out there who were, oh, we hate picture-in-picture. So small. Well, it's better than not picture-in-picture, right? Like, I mean, I didn't get the complaint. You were going to get the commercial anyway. At least you can look down in the little box and kind of go, oh, look, stuff. So anyway, people complained for the sake of complaining. But, I mean, it's part of the thing. I get mad where it's like poorly placed, merchandise, advertisements and shit. Like WWE infamous for that, like 3 to 4 minutes left in a show and they go to a break. Kiss my ass. That's rude. It's rude. They should stay away from the main events. I remember Raw used to do that a lot, like the commercial-free main event. 2 belts, buddy. Got that one. Keep the chat coming. I love seeing it, folks. I see a lot of people tuning in and out tonight. So join us. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. If you want to be a friend and share the link, we will love you forever. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. As always, we're back tomorrow, 2 shows. We have Ring of Honor and Impact. Then we'll be back on Friday. Don't forget, we'll be here on the weekend. Rebellion on Sunday. Saturday is a whole slew of shit. GCW and such. We are the channel that watches more wrestling than anybody else. We give you more live coverage than anybody else, and it's been nothing but a pleasure to do so. We just passed 1.6 again, and climbing back towards, we're trying to hit 2K, folks. We're marching towards 2K. So we appreciate the love. If you haven't made a prediction, and if you're new here, we take a prediction on all the matches. We take a rating out of 10 at the end of the show, so don't go anywhere. Stay till the end. Let us know. I love seeing what the fans are feeling. So, Orange Cassidy, Buddy Murphy. I got Orange Cassidy because he's the captain of my fantasy team. Plus, he doesn't lose very often. That being said, this has all the potential to be a banger of a match if they don't fuck around. But every Orange Cassidy match is the same. We're going to get the pocket gimmick. We're going to get the same shtick over and over. Then the match will kind of get a pace to it. Then he'll do more stuff in the pockets. Then there'll be a run-in by the bad guys. Then, the best friends will show up. And then maybe some other people, maybe Danhausen pops out from under the ring. It's I don't know why. I don't know if it's an insecurity thing, if it's a lack of trust. I don't know what it is. But they're consistently overbooking Orange Cassidy's weekly visit to us. But big crowd, big cheer from the crowd for the opening bid here. And let's not forget, I know sometimes Murphy gets slept on. Buddy Murphy's a banger. Like, the dude can go. And I mean, hands in pocket, nip up. Sope orange juice. Dun dun dun. I'm smelling a Bebe, Switchblade, Bullet Club, History Feud after he's done with Y2J. One, why is he fucking with Y2J? We all know why, but I'll throw it out there for fun. But I don't want Adam Cole anywhere near Y2J. I don't like it. I think it's a bad idea. It's, again, another shameless attempt to milk some shine off another hot star. I do think Chris will put Adam Cole over at the end. He should. But I just stay away from Jericho. There's so many other talented people out there. I wish Jericho didn't have Tony's ear the way he does because it's hurting the company. And I'll get back to that in another commercial when we were talking about CM Punk. Got OC for the win. Now, do we got... Oh, they got the ref removing... Cut it, Mick. Cut it. Got OC for the win. Buddy Matthews for the win. Green Mist. Like all those TurboTax Cinnamon Toast Crunch Mountain Dew matches takes away from the match. That is shit. And I've always been a proponent of that. You're trying to take the match serious. And I mean, fuck, you got a father versus son and there's a cereal commercial. Go figure. Like, oh, families are going to be watching this child abuse. So let's put some cereal up. It's fucking ridiculous. However, I mean, we saw it before where you had Street Profits chucking pizza. Here's some Pizza Hut for everybody. Catch! Have you ever thrown a slice of pizza at something? What the fuck? But yes, that type of commercialism, that type of advertisement, I mean, it's kind of what I do for a living, so it's hard to hate too much, but I get it, and I know why they do it. It's just sometimes it definitely gets in the fucking way. Right? Soon you'll have wrestlers with like sponsors on their trunks like UFC fighters. Think about it. Julia Hart looks like a villain from a troll movie. Is that a nice way to say she looks amazing? They're checking out. I'm in picture. They're really looking at OC's hand. Like, this match might be over. Which, no contest. Oh, no, Now, it's not very often a match gets delayed like this for a potential injury. Like, am I wrong? Like, this isn't even like old man on porch yelling at clouds. I mean, if a guy's hand is too hurt to compete, the match either ends or it continues. Generally, if they had a sore leg, sore rib, sore back, the heel just worked on it like Buddy Murphy's doing right now. But to make Buddy Murphy stand back and wait while you check his hand out seems counterintuitive from what I want from the wrestling show. Injury, well, they're selling it. I think for a character like OC, he shouldn't be wrestling a lot. Yes, Keyshawn, genius, buddy, genius. And that's it. I think part of my issue with Orange Cassidy, and if you guys go back through our archives, Nick hated Orange Cassidy. He grabbed that fucking cornet pole and he was no interest in Orange Cassidy. Then he had a couple really good matches, started selling them on him a bit more. Because I believe there's a talented wrestler in there somewhere. And my argument was the guy's super over with the fans. And if you're over with the fans, I think that's one of the big knocks on WWE at times of just listen to the crowd. And I really think that's where you go, you know what? Maybe Cody gets the title, or, maybe we don't, turn a guy this way or that way. LA Knight's over. We're going to use them. You have those opportunities when you listen to the crowd. Tony listens to the crowd, but to his own, too much so. Like, we got to find the Goldilocks spot here. We need just right. Not too hot, not too cold. He's not only on every Dynamite, he's on almost every Rampage. We see a shit ton of Orange Cassidy. And like I said, the shtick is almost always the same. Right now, okay. So Orange Cat is funny because he's selling the hand and then it's gripping the rope. I look forward to Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tom Lawler this Saturday, New Japan. Sounds like a banger to me. Damien, I don't disagree with you on that one at all. Like Zack Sabre Jr., I mean, we recently called out Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan. Oh, sorry. I just got a block. The power of Buddy Murphy is outstanding. Yeah, it sounds like a banger. Sounds like a banger, Damien. It's better than Fake Noise Crowd. What is better than Fake Noise Crowd? Because Fake Noise Crowd does suck. I agree with you, Chef. Oh, we're not giving into the turn. Yeah, like instead of pumping fake, yeah, just get people over. When the crowd naturally starts cheering for LA Knight, push them. Simple, push them. But eventually, you're going to need Fake Noise Crowd for Orange Cassidy. You will. That's a law of diminishing returns, and I know everyone gets a kick out of them, but eventually, you're going to get sick of it. Period. And if you haven't already, you're probably getting close. Now, the match has been really kind of slowed down and derailed by this hand injury. Instead of the hand injury becoming a part of the story in this match, it's become a little bit of a deterrence to the match. I don't know if you guys agree with me or get where I'm going with that, but instead of it being like this highlighted point that Murphy's picked apart, which he has picked apart at times, but it's just kind of slowing things down a little bit. And the stoppage and such was just unnecessary in this environment. Right? One match, you're allowed to beat the guy with a belt. The other match, we're stopping to make sure this guy's hand's not too sore. Like, it is what it is. If he can't fight, he tells the ref he can't fight. Let's move on. Hasn't had a single offensive move yet. Sad. He won't. This is what they're trying to do. I'm going to beat the living shit out of him. He's gonna pocket up, good old pockets, and then he's gonna be bouncing off the ropes, doing all his tricks, throwing his hands back in his pocket. The crowd's gonna go nuts, and then he'll probably win with a roll up. Maybe. Right? That's how I see it. Thank God I caught the show early. I had to work late. Mega, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Hey KJ, I got a question. For you, can girl? I asked because they claimed I have no chicks. They're in their group, and I don't think they would want to annihilate the female fans. I have a feeling that incorporating a female into this particular gag might then become a little too offensive. Maybe. I don't know. Is that misogynistic to kind of say they can't do it either? I mean, in this venue, very tricky question. I like this one, JV. I appreciate this one. It's actually interestingly valid. Would people be like, oh my God, those ladies, they're scissoring on screen? That can't happen. I don't know. It's interesting. There's the challenge. Mr. Tony Khan, if you're listening, we want to see a couple ladies scissor on your show. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's not good. And you know what? The crowd's not that into it, which is interesting. Buddy for the win. Good shout. OC for the win. Interesting. Still stomping. I can see it now. The Acclaim's new shirts. Girls can scissor too. I kind of like that. That's kind of, yeah. I'll give you some points on that, my man. I kind of like it. I kind of dig it. Two Bell Buddy sounds good. It kind of does. It's got a ring to it. Now, I got Murphy. I know my shit was a little bit glitchy there for a second, but I got Murphy hitting OC with the kicks. But now OC's starting to get mad. Oh, hand in pocket, as predicted. So are we getting the Thursday Night Wars now? Ring of Honor and Impact. It's weird. Oh. Murphy said enough of your shit. Wow. Spun it into the cutter. There's your offense, Excalibur. Kind of does. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it though. The TurboTax stuff isn't so bad. It was just simply the sponsor. But Pitch Black, yeah, listen, the Mountain Dew thing was fucked from the beginning. And again, you want to call it the Mountain Dew match, fine. But then we don't all have to be in the glow in the dark and at least have a fucking match in the dark. Whatever you fucking presented was awful. Keith Lee and Chris Jericho still to come. Guys, does that not have the potential to be like the slowest match we've seen in a long while? Like just the pace of that match? Oh, I don't have high hopes. This could have been a banger, high pace match. Instead, we get this. I agree with you. And I think it kind of has taken the crowd out of it. As OC turns into a DDT and the crowd pops. So there you go. Another tope into a DDT. So 2 topes, 2 DDTs. Cassidy going back up. That hand looks great right now, by the way. Just climb that up, no problem. Oh, it's hurt again. 2 count by Murphs. Yeah, I honestly think you're right. I said it. I thought this had a lot of potential to be a real big banger. And I thought Darby and Swerve had a chance to be a pretty big banger. It just didn't. It got overshadowed, kind of lost in the mix. Orange Cassidy, the only wrestler that I know wrestling what does hands in his pocket. Only wrestler I know that does what he does with his hands in his pocket. Yes, so it's cool because it's different. But when it's played out, it's boring, and we've seen it. Right? You got to find new creative ways to put your hand in your pocket. Maybe put your hand in your back pocket. Confuse everybody. A series of near falls. Series of near falls. Orange Cassidy looking at that hand. Julia Hart looking amazing. Julia Hart looks like she came straight out of the Cradle of Filth music video. The mist blocks the curse the whole time. Okay. Like you said, KJ, all OC matches are the same. So this injured hand work is to change up his match since it's always the same. Okay. He threw a punch with a sore hand. Bad move, says Murph. There you go. OC with the win. If OC wins, people need to walk out. Yeah, OC was going to win all day long. There was no doubt OC was going to win. Oh, yeah. It's been a while. Big stomp by Murph. Sorry, I'm just checking out this. If OC wins, the people need to watch. No, they love him. They're sold on the love of OC, and it ended exactly how I said it was going to end. 100%. Rewind the tape. The only thing that didn't happen was a little more run-ins. Like there wasn't, Chucky T didn't come out. Danhausen wasn't there, but he, pockets up like, good old Hulk, and gets rolling, and then ends it with a roll-up. So, yeah, that match underachieved for me a little bit. That match underachieved just a little bit for me. Buddy is faster than Orange. Yeah, I mean, they could have really kicked up the pace. They really, really could have. Wow, 3 DDTs in a row. Right. Well, what else did you expect, Rocco? He is the Ayatollah of rock and roller. Yep, okay. If there is a line I shouldn't cross, know this, KJ, that your mom, they said your mom, that your man JV will try to find a way to erase that line and push farther. There you go. All right. OC won 2-0. Orange lost his title, not tonight. God dang it. What do you got to do to get this title off this guy? It won't happen. I mean, it's like Jade Cargill. They're just going to keep the belts for fucking ever. 1-1. I'm shocked Orange Cassidy won. You shouldn't be shocked, folks. If you've been watching Aew Dynamite for 4 years or 2 years or 1 year, you should know that Orange Cassidy wasn't going to lose. It is a rare occasion when Orange Cassidy loses, and there's generally a big old fucking reason why he did. That match is a -5-star. What an embarrassment, in my opinion. Woo. Caliber not feeling it. Send the Romanian Mafia for OC. OC with the new with AEW title reminds me. OC with this AEW title reminds me as Taker with the Mania streak. Oh, I see what you're saying. All right, I got there. So this reminds you of the like similar to the Taker streak. No, not the same, Rocco. I hate to break it to you. It doesn't have any bit of significance. The only comparable is the undefeated side of it, right? OC again, it's going to take a remarkable fucking thing. And I almost feel this, and everybody can write this one down and see if it comes true. I could almost imagine if you see OC lose the international title, I would instantly start being nervous if I was holding the other belts. Because that's where I think Tony's like, okay, you're going to drop this one, but we got more. That's what I think could happen. I really do. I'm convinced that as long as Tony loves Orange Cassidy, we're going to get Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy's going to have a match at Wembley, guys. I'm telling you. He loves him. Loves him. And it's misplaced affection. Maybe everyone, just maybe. What the fuck was that promo? Are we talking about what promo? Get back to me. OC always wins, but he needs to drop the title to the Blade. Oh wow, never gonna happen. I don't see that, but I do like the Blade. I actually like them flirting the idea of the Blade kind of hanging out with the Righteous. Even if they take Butcher too, I'm all for it. Can Christian get Luchasaurus over? Lucha Kane is a tricky one because what's he gonna do? The only way Christian can get him over is if Christian acts like Paul Bearer, and starts sending out Kane, Lucha Kane to destroy people. And it can't be competitive match. It's gotta be outright fucking beatings. He is a monster. He destroys people. He doesn't fuck around. And eventually he will run into a baby face that gives him some pushback. But for the next, if Lucha Kane is back and you're going to consistently book him, they should just be booking him in absolute fucking squash matches for the next fucking 3 months. Period. Don't fuck around. All right. Orange Cassidy better or worse than Santino Marella? Oh, fuck. Smile Mark. I'm biased. Santino's a good old Toronto boy. I love Santino now. Santino as like a personality around wrestling is fine. He was so fucking bad. And I know people were like, oh, it's so funny looking back. And the fucking, yeah, no. I hated Santino more than I hate Orange Cassidy. I'll put it that way. Ethan Page is cutting a promo, not happy about his luck lately. Okay. Best friends challenging Aussie Open for an IWGP title match for Rampage. Why? Why Rampage? Why can't I get that match on a Dynamite instead of fucking, Riho and whatever else we're getting tonight? Why is that on Rampage? Why? But hey, I love Aussie Open. And if it so turns out that the Young Bucks are not inclined to go toe-to-toe with an actual top team in FTR, if they're going to dodge that, no, we want to defend our trios against the Lucha Bros and Serpentico, whatever. If they're not willing to step up and take on FTR and or CM Punk, I think Aussie Open would be a great challenger for FTR. Maybe you go for belt in Wembley. They'll tear it down. Two of the best tag teams in the world. Oh, fuck. More shit I don't care about. Social Gathering. I think we gave that name to an NXT team, but I get where you're going. What is, I guess one of them, the other dude is hurt, right? You are the biggest hole of the ass I've ever met in my life. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Come on, man. OC versus could close Wembley. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm missing here. All right. So Matt Hardy, and who gives a fuck? The stairwell gang is breaking up, guys. The group of men that generally hang out in the stairwell at wrestling shows are no longer going to hang out together. Fuck. What about Jeff Hardy? If Jeff Hardy comes back, which I mean will be highly debated, and I know not everyone loves the idea, but I don't know. I don't know what you're going to do. Hook, hook, hook. Oh, shit. Oh, why are we shushing? Dun, dun, dun. Keith is back. Woo! Oh, Jeff! Jeff! No way. I am delayed. I'm going to pop now. He is back. Oh, no, we got Hook. I just got Hook. All right, here comes Hook. Here comes Hook. All right, all right, all right, all right. So Tony isn't messing around, folks. Tony wants to really bring something, and it. Jeff Hardy is back. He really is. Punk will listen. We'll talk about Punk again in a commercial break, but we got Jeff Hardy, folks. I don't know. I mean, but the crowd is so dead leading into this. Brother Nero returns. Well, he didn't do the whole flippy thing this time, so there will be no memes about that. Jeff Hardy is back. Jeff Hardy. The fans are on their feet. I can't deny that, folks. Jeff did have eye surgery. Maybe that's why he was having trouble driving. What's up, Jay? What's up? What's going on? Jay's back. Jeff Hardy's back. Swanton. We got Jeff Hardy in the house. They're back. So I guess that's that. All right. Jeff hugging everybody. The babies are being tossed in the air. Everybody's happy. All right, folks, give me thumbs up, thumbs down, fire, flames, whatever you got. Let me know. Jeff Hardy is back. How you feeling about it? Tony not fucking around. He's trying to make a push. I give him all the power in the world. Let's go, buddy. CM Punk got kidnapped. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. Jeff Hardy is back. We got thumbs down. Oh, Steve G not feeling it. Thumbs up, and flames for Victor. Damian loving it. I want to see Jeff Hardy as a heel. Interesting. Richard not feeling it. Larry just popping off. Pause. Oh, artist entering the battle royal with elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough. It's funny that they call dabbing elbow cough, because it looks like a little man dabbing. So yeah, we're going elbow cough. Thank you for the super sticker. We gotta get a private detective to find out where the hell is Miro. I don't know. Like I said, the story I read, and I don't know how true it is, was they pitched him losing, coming back. He was going to lose. By the way, I got Kenny Omega being our heartfelt right now. Okay. That was different, guys. Fires. Okay. Oh, that's funny. All right, here comes the BCC. The baddest tag or trios group or foursome, whatever the fuck they are now. Moxley chucks that water bottle. People bitched about MJF flicking a little bit of water. Moxley genuinely chucks that water bottle into the crowd. I'd be pissed I took a water bottle in the bean. They got to drop Wild Thing, guys. They got to drop Wild Thing. Tell me I'm wrong. You're heel. Fuck you. We don't like anybody. We're badass. Pick another song. I don't care. But they cannot come out to this baby face sing-along, having everybody happy and smiling and high-fiving. Cesaro making his mean face. Yeah, guys. Yuta making the only face he's got. Oh, fuck. Rocco! That might be accurate. That's not a bad show, Rocco. If I were the Bucks and I didn't want to fight FTR because we're probably going to lose, what do we do? Oh, might work. Might work. Artists is on fire. Business about to pick up in a big way. Omega threatening BCC. Yeah, this has been the ongoing situation. The ongoing situation between the BCC. And again, I just think you need to. Am I the only one that thinks Wild Thing needs to go away? I think it's just because I've heard it way too fucking much. Not touching that with a pole. He should only be a manager. Hardy? Listen, here's my thing. I'm all for second chances. I'm all for third chances, apparently. But Hardy's had a lot of chances. He's either going to get his shit together this time, but if he does fuck up this time, he's got to be held perfectly accountable. And it should be pretty much close to, you know what, bud? You just don't get it. And the demons are too big, and this environment encourages them. And I really hope that's not the case. I have a feeling myself and Big Nick might debate this a little bit come Friday, but let's see what you can do, bro. You've had all the chances in the world. You've had a lot of people around you support you. Make this your big baby face comeback. Mushroom. Love it, Mark. Got BCC for the win. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're going to take predictions on this. Fucking hell. I got to read that shit before I click on it sometimes. So here comes, Naka and Cutler. Cutler literally looking like a walking douche. Not like a douchebag. He looks like a douche. Like that would be his purpose on this planet, was to be. Anyway, if you want to give BCC a theme song, Crazy Train could fit them. Down. The fans can still cheer. It's a good jam. It's a little heavier, a little darker, and then they can frown and scowl. But I think it's time to move past. Like, I know Jericho did it, so everyone's like, fuck it. But I mean, this is the little details that I think kind of stop AEW from getting to the next level. Somebody just said I sense a Young Bucks return. It kind of feels that way, yeah. I clicked that one twice. Unbroken, you suck. Wild Thing should go away for sure. More like Cesaro music from W. Yeah. Well, let's not bore him completely. Cesaro bouncing the head like a basketball. Yep, this match better be over soon. I'm putting all my life savings on Michael Nakazawa picking up the pin on Moxley. Yeah. Mox refuses to lose to CM Punk. I might see him losing to Nakazawa. Not going to knock it off. And we got blood. We got blood. Of course. He's bleeding in a shitty jobber match. We got blood. Where now the match begins. Oh my fucking God, guys. This is the little shit. The little shit you just got to make a little better. I'm conflicted about Hardy though. I should be Kane walking him. But that's I was the same way. You saw my mixed reaction, artist. It's a tough one. There's a part of me that wants to kind of not be really thrilled about this, but we'll see. Cody Rhodes came back. Yo, what's up, Cody? Mox Gong, use the baby oil for real. We got Juice, not Juice Robinson. Right? Do you see that meme going around? That's my gimmick. We got Blade and Juice. Moxley's upset because they infringed on his gimmick. Oh, motherfucker. Come on, no. And I want to know for sure. Keep the chat coming, folks. I will take a second as I'm rebooting my shit to remind everybody we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are here all week long. This is what we do. Check out all our links below, Twitter, Instagram, all the fun stuff. Go check it out. Join us. Check us out on Discord as well. I believe the link is working correctly now. But, yeah, go buy yourself a T-shirt. Join the family. Be a part of the group. Join the chat. We got the super chats and the super stickers. So, yeah, be a part of it all. We are here tomorrow. Luna Havoc will be stopping by for Impact and Ring of Honor. Friday, the Dynamic Duo back at it again. We will be here for SmackDown and Rampage. We'll see how that goes. And I am currently trying to follow Dynamite and having a little bit of a snag on that. But I'm sure it's still going now. Cutler's bleeding. Oh, good. Even with a face mask, we found a way to make Cutler bleed. Is the match over yet? The match should be over now. Like all that shit before the match, like the heels in this case, I guess, didn't have to jump these two fucking jobbers. They could have accomplished, like, get in the ring, ding, ding, we beat the shit out of you. You didn't have to jump out to the floor, beat the shit out of them, then get the ding, ding. They're trying to cheat against guys that aren't necessarily baby faces. We've known them as annoying little pricks for how long? And I know people are saying they're just the goons, and that's what happens. You fight the friends. They need better friends. There's not another tag team you could. You know what? The Dark Order is going to fight BCC, and I know we've already kind of got that, but anything but this. And they're bleeding. The match is still going. Now it's about to end. Here we go. There you go. Meltzer in the house. The ref just says, fuck it. I'm over this. I'm with him. What the fuck? Somewhere right now, Bret Hart is just fucking cringing. Yeah, that would work. I'm waiting for it. There it goes. You know what, JV? That would be way better than this. It really would. Fuck's sake. And I want to know for sure. Back, what did I miss? My family is annoying. Oh, Larry, that's adorable. BCC beat the shit out of two dudes. Jeff Hardy's back. I guess that would be the bigger of the two newses. And I want to know for sure. Kendi. Okay. Omigi. All right. Kenny in the house, folks. Cementing that heel heat. Change your song. All right, there we go. So, see, I like this. Let's go. Was that CM Punk in the front row? And they're back. They are back. So you called it, folks. Speaking of annoying families. There we go. The brawl is on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Big pop from the crowd, though. I can't hate, folks. I can't. I can say whatever I want about some of the things that rub me the wrong way, but the crowd is fucking loving it. They are back. Jeff Hardy's back. The Bucks are back. Wardlow's back. Sting's kind of back. The answer to that is yes. So did security and everybody else. Oh, I don't like the finish. I don't like the BTE trigger. I wish they would change it up. So picky. Because I didn't work with him because I was in AEW. Okay. Makes sense. Daniel Bryan took the night off. They left him in Seattle. Oh wait, the WWE was in Seattle. Shit. So much for that joke. But good question. Wonderful question. All right, Mac Jackson. They got a screwdriver. What the fuck? Everybody just running around this building with fucking tools. See, this is where Tony's got to just pull back a little. You have a really good story to tell here, and it's been one of your better stories to tell here. So tell the story. Stop overcompensating. Stop going for the cheap pops. Stop doing shit that you don't need to do. Thank you. That's my beef. Well, I got a bigger beef than that, but that's part of my beef. What the fuck? I'm having no luck. He got confused. It was a metaphor for screw him. I like it, Larry. I'll accept that. I'll take it. Yeah, it's some type of fucking metaphor. I don't get it. But after trying to, unscrew Adam Page's face last week, here we are this week with this. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't. Yeah. Oh no. See, everyone keeps thinking England. Remember, England's got some time. We're gonna do some shit before England. BCC versus the Elite, double or nothing, guys. That's where this goes. And in a fair, just world, the BCC win. As much as I haven't loved what the BCC are doing, they beat the Elite. The Elite let Kenny go, and Kenny can be a singles competitor and have really good matches with guys like Osprey at Wimbledon or Wembley. He's not going to play in the tournament, I don't think. That's what I would do. And then the Bucks have to take FTR, and the Bucks have to go up against FTR. And truthfully, I don't really give a fuck who wins, but the crowd deserves a rubber match. And the Bucks won't do it because they're pouty, they're childish, they're scared. And I'm imploring them to do it. As a fan of AEW, I want all of it. And that's kind of back to your original question tonight, Victor, as far as CM Punk, the rumors about him wanting to return. I think he never wanted any of this bullshit, guys. I know people want to hate him, but what he said at that press conference that night was right. And Tony gives guys like the Bucks and Jericho, it feels like slightly less of a degree to Kenny at times, but where they dictate their booking, they dictate how they want to be presented. So instead of doing the right thing and dropping the belts to FTR when FTR was white hot, they, end up dropping them to someone else who can then drop them to someone else who can then drop them to someone else. They dodge that bullet like the plague, and no AEW fan is going to convince me otherwise. It's just the way it is. But they have a chance here to get it right. And I've said from day one, if Tony could turn the CM Punk Brawl for All or the Brawl Out at Fallout, if they could turn that into money, what's going to be bigger money than fucking England? 90,000 seats. trying to put 50,000 at least in the building. What would be bigger? I think you have to make it money. I think the elite have to grow up. I think everybody's got to put their fucking egos aside, put their dicks in the dirt, and get down to fucking business. Period. Suck it up and make money. Help the company get to the next level by trying to hold things back. That's why Jericho was public. We will never allow Punk back here, because Jericho knows Punk means less Jericho. Jericho knows that there is no even fair debate between Punk and Jericho. By the way, I got a dark match on Dynamite now. This is 100% a dark match. Though Sky Blue is starting to grow on me. I know I tease her about being Cora Jade, but she's actually growing on me a wee bit. All right. Wish it got really loud. CM Punk is AEW. Listen, CM Punk always wanted to be AEW. He didn't want to go back to the WWE, and people used his past against him because he's an easy target that way. And all, to me, it came down to was a couple things. Jealousy and nepotism, period. It's no different than the FTR situation. And this is the problem. If you have guys like Jericho or the Bucks or whoever, doesn't matter who it is. I know I like to pick on those guys particularly, but if you have guys that can't put the company first, they can't do what's best for business. If it was the absolute best thing for business that the Bucks go out at fucking Wembley Stadium and drop a loss to FTR in an epic 25-minute match, then fucking do it. Do it for the fans. Do it for the company. That's what a big hindrance for AEW has been. Like right now, we should not get Rio in this ring. We should have other talent in this ring. That's just the way it is. But we know why Rio's in the ring. When you continually make decisions that are less than good for your brand, you hurt the product. You can't keep rolling Orange Cassidy out every single week because you like him. Let's take the company to the next level. Bring in guys like Jay White. Why do we not have a fucking Jay White match tonight? Why not put Jay White on fucking notice? Why not give him fucking Keith Lee and let him take him out? No, we're going to get Jericho Keith Lee. Why? Why the fuck are we getting a Jericho Keith Lee main event? I love Keith Lee. I once upon a time loved Jericho. Is anyone fucking sitting down with a bowl of popcorn telling the person next to them, I can't wait to see this match? I can't be wrong. And even if you are, that diehard core group of AEW enthusiasts, I can't imagine that you're beating the drum. I can't wait for this. There's got to be 17 other matches that could have been booked for the main event tonight that would have been better for business. Being able to look at Jericho and say, you know what, Jericho, at this point in your career, you're a mid-card guy. You're not fast. You're not as agile as you used to be. When the guys wrestle you, we got to dumb it down. We got to slow it down. Just be good. Just be a guy that gets guys over. Be a good vet. Be a pain in the ass. Be a heel. You know what? Be a baby face. I don't give a fuck. Well, you know what? We'll give you your own talk show. You can try and be the 2023 Roddy Piper. I don't give a fuck. But to keep putting you in main events, we're not being honest with Jericho, and we're hurting our product. That's my take on it. I love the company. I want the company to excel. But if you're going to I'm telling you right now, if you're going to continually book people in the wrong places, it's going to hurt the business. It prevents it from growing. And you got tons of talent. That's the saddest part of it all. I'll have some carrot cake. Good old carrot cake. Eh? CM Funk. Dark match on AEW. Yeah, there you go, Jack. So the exact same fucking thing. Crowd is dead, and this match is going for a minute. Based on the booking, based on who Tony Storm is and Ruby Soho are, good English, but based on those two women, this match should be quick, right? Like, Sky Blue is a rookie, fresh out of dark, fresh off. Oh, she just signed, by the way, a week ago. Riho's 80 pounds. This match should have been quick, decisive win for the heels. And if people say, well, that doesn't make any sense, then don't book this match. Give Ruby and Tony someone better to wrestle. And when you watch this, you go, So anybody that looks at me right now and says, I told you, KJ, AEW's got the best women's division in the world. Do I have to argue or do I just point at the TV? Storm Zero, about time. Welcome back. New Avi, I like it. Something, Cody's back. All right, so the Outcast with the W. NXT Women Division greater than AEW. It's not even close. Based on the quality of matches I got last night compared to this one, in a very small sample size, I will completely agree with you. Ruby Soho. If Ruby Soho, not Ruby Soho, I lied. Let me take that back. If Riho showed up at the AEW tryouts, she would not get selected to be a part of development, would not get selected to be a part of NXT, would not, if she was a free agent right now, the WWE would not sign her. And if they did, what would they do with her? So that's where it is, guys. Oh, here comes the spray paint. Oh, we sprayed an L on her because she's a loser. She's a loser. Oh, they're doing the shield, though. I like it. We're getting a shield bomb. That's funny. I like that movie, though. But again, okay. Why would you do that? Is she friends with Adam Page? Anyone out there run into like a 1-on-3 situation just blind like this? Yeah, ugly as fuck. I'll wait till commercial to kind of explain what my issues are here. Oh, another run-in. Holy fuck. Wait, you got cool music too, so you come out after me. Why wouldn't you come out together? The best woman wrestler in this fucking division. And she's been on the fucking shelf for weeks, months. Britt Baker is a fucking star. From her entrance to her attitude to her performance. This is a woman that needs to be highlighted. This woman, unfortunately, has been surrounded by not great booking and not a great division. So your world champion's laying in the corner suffering, and the star of the segment becomes Britt Baker. Britt Baker has been the star of Jamie Hayter's title run. Think about it. Think about it. How many times has this happened? Should Britt not have come out first and then the world champion come out after, and the world champion is the one that scares them away? Am I being picky, guys? Let me know, guys, if I'm being picky. PJ, look at when Britt tried to super kick Tony Storm. It was ugly as fuck. Yes, it was. So fucked. It doesn't even look like a fair fight, but the main event's coming up next. World champ without the strap. You're fired. Who's getting? This is the exact same thing these women with these women every week. And how many run-ins have there been on this show alone? Okay, so I will touch on that real quickly. I am in a commercial break, guys. We are heading towards the main event. I see a good number hanging out again tonight. I just want to quickly say thank you. I hope everyone out there is having a safe and happy week. I hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for joining me, keeping me company on Solo Wednesdays. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate the love. And yes, we will be back tomorrow. Myself, Luna Havoc. We got Ring of Honor. We got Impact. And then Friday, the Dynamic Duo comes back. Big Nick will be here for SmackDown, for Rampage. God knows what else is on a Friday night. I know Damien's going to throw something at me, but we can't find it. And then again, all weekend long, we got more action, and we're blending right into the next week. So strap in, strap on. If you haven't liked yet, please do so. Remember, tell everybody you know, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, neighbors, strangers, pets. I don't give a fuck. Get them all subscribed to this channel. And like I said, we appreciate any minute that anyone spends watching with us. So thank you so much for being here. And coming up, I will take your predictions on Chris Jericho versus Keith Lee, who I keep wanting to call Chris Lee and Chris Lee and Keith Jericho. So let's roll with that. No Sammy talk. No Sammy talk. Let's get back there. You just made the list. I probably made that list a long time ago. Britt slipped on that kick too. Yeah, I'm trying not to be super picky, guys, but I'm going to address a couple of the comments here in a second. Keith Lee next. Do you see Hater? No, I think that ship sailed. JV, you had him. Everybody was on these streams. Everybody was in the audience. I know it. Like I said, I think at this point we have a pretty good pulse of a lot of what people are feeling. Watch show after show after show. Guys, I mean, let's be real. They had that moment, and unfortunately, whether they realize they're doing it or not, Britt has been the star of Jamie Hayter's title run. Now, back to a couple of the other comments up above. Yeah, so here's the problem. We had a segment, then like a surprise. Then we had a segment, and then another surprise. Then we had a segment, and then another surprise. Like, but they're doing it clunky, and they're doing it in parts, right? Like, we had a match, and then after the match, we had a MJF comes out. We go to commercial, long segment, twists and turns through that segment. Then we get another segment. We get a match. At the end of the match, we get, the fallout. We get Jeff Hardy coming back. Oh, before that, Wardlow came back. Then Jeff Hardy comes back. Then we get Hayter and Britt to come back. Why would Hayter and Britt run out to different music? Why would they come out separately? Again, just the little things. AEW, it's not a bad show. And like I keep saying, Tony Khan is like a cook with all the ingredients. He just can't figure out how to put them all in the fucking bowl to make us some brownies. That's all it is. He just doesn't know how to execute the recipe. And he's got all the fucking pieces. He's got lots of superstars. He's got lots of money to get more. He's got lots of opportunity here, guys. And again, as an AEW fan, I want to see. I just noticed, and I'm not the only one that notices it. And I see it in the chat. I hear it on the podcast. And I know some of the AEW diehards want to look past it. But if it was the WWE delivering, shitty shit, and when they do, hello, WrestleMania, Raw after WrestleMania. There you go. That's where we get to call them out on their bullshit. But unlike other podcasts and other channels, we really, really try to stay down the middle, bad or good. And tonight, there's just those flaws. Like the concepts that they're offering, other than the fact of that women's match was a fucking dark match. That's a dark match. That's not a Dynamite match, Tony. I don't want to hear people. So another second heel faction tonight to come out to a sing-along, just for the record. Remember Y2J doesn't want fans to sing Judas? Then stop fucking playing Judas. Fuck. He loves it. Gives him a little fucking man chub every time it happens. He can't fucking hold it back. I don't like Goldberg. Never liked Goldberg. Never did, even during his heyday. I wasn't for the guy that came out and had like short matches and shit. And I never really got swept up in I really wanted someone to beat him. I wish it wasn't a cattle prod and fucking the outsiders that beat him in the way they did. But I always wanted somebody to take him out. Like Goldberg would fight some of my guy, like my faves. I'm like, oh, maybe he'll win. No. Ryback can go fuck himself. That's polite. No, I'm sorry. That was too much. But here comes Keith Lee. God damn, I love this guy, Jericho. You mean Jericho looking in the mirror? Yeah. Or you love Jericho? Keyshawn, I don't know. Again, like I said, it's all about that analogy. Tony Khan has all the recipes for a great fucking batch of brownies, and he just can't fucking pull it off. Now, KJ, what's worse? This whole fiasco with the Outcasts and DMD and Hayter, or the women's tag titles in WWE? Ooh. I think ultimately, honestly, this is worse because several reasons. One, Riho. Two, that it's been so poorly done. I mean, we got that backstage segment with the librarian that was fucking horrible. It wasn't even NXT level. Like, you know how last night when we were on NXT and I bitched for 2 hours about how campy and fake it was? that was worse. So I think the Outcasts have been a complete fucking dud. By the way, the crowd's giving Keith Lee some love. Jericho doesn't want it. And each day, Keith Lee aging. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know. What do you guys think? Is there anybody out there? Maybe I'm being rude. Maybe I'm being dismissive. Maybe I'm not paying attention. But with all the talent you have on your roster, this is the best main event we could come up with? Right now, I got Excalibur running through all the matches for Rampage. Jesus. We hear from 2.0. You're going to fucking advertise that we're going to hear from 2.0 like they matter? Holy shit! Wait, time out! Oh, Keith Lee kissing Jericho on the top of the head. Jericho making his funny face. Crowd is quiet, folks. Back elbow. Lee doesn't suck. That's not fair. He might suck. Look, my issue with Jericho is the self-indulgent bullshit. To me, Jericho, and this is almost fitting for Jericho, but Jericho is the contestant that shows up to American Idol and they do that package on like what a wonderful person they are and how excited they are. And then they go in that room with the judges and absolutely lay a fucking egg. Couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, which some would argue that Chris can't carry a tune in a bucket. So that's kind of funny. But that's to me what Jericho is Jericho's walking around with his chest fluffed out about how wonderful he is. But when the truth comes out, he's not that good anymore. And it's that overindulgent. It's that delusional shit that we just have to put up with week in and week out with Jericho is where I draw the line. Though I admitted I did agree with his point about the fact that wrestlers have an option and AEW is still a viable option for people to go. Burb. Only thing Keith Lee sucked. Oh, that mission. He be getting in mission style all the time. You guys can write that one down. Why does Lee look like an old man? Because he is. I don't mind Keith Lee letting the hair grow and having a little gray, making him look different and distinguished. I think he's turning into, he's going to do like a wizard gimmick. Uncle Phil for the... I said he was the dad from Family Matters. He really looks like, what was the dad from Family Matters? Urkel's buddy. Was that also Phil? No. Charles? Chuck? Chris Jericho for the win. Yeah, bask in his grayness. I can't hate on a man going gray. My ass not even 40 and I'm turning gray. So what can I say? Wow. We are going to hear from Shawn Spears. No, he's in a match. That's what I got just sidetracked, guys. Shawn Spears is coming back, and he's such a superstar. He'll be on Rampage. So I guess Shawn Spears doesn't matter fucking at all. Mr. 10 will be on at 10 p.m. on Friday. We'll be here for it. But yeah, Shawn Spears, his return was just a graphic. Jeff Hardy, big run out. Oh, Danny throwing some boots to Keith, and this match has the crowd sitting on their fucking palms, folks. Only thing, I got that one. I liked it. Victor. I'm 50, only torso getting gray hair. See? Different strokes. I've done some research into what could cause a beard to go gray. So if you guys want to Google that, I was pretty happy with the results. Simon Cowell needs to talk to Y2J. Somebody needs to talk to Y2J. It's embarrassing. He's the old guy that shows up on the basketball court and wants to play with the kids, and he doesn't have it anymore, but thinks he does. Carl Winslow. Thank you, JV. Thank you. Yeah, he definitely gives me Carl Winslow vibes. I know he doesn't have the mustache. That's the vibes I get from him. Not really. What the fuck? Garcia looking like Magic Mike. Yeah, Magic Mike without all the muscles. Tiny Mike. The crowd is fucking dead. This is your main event. I want to see the quarterly ratings on this right here. The crowd doesn't give two fucks about this match. Swerve and Darby could have been the main event. Fuck, Jeff Hardy's return could have been the main event. Any of it. You know what? Like I said earlier, give me a fucking Jay White match. You just signed him. Give me fucking Jay White versus Jericho. I'd tolerate that. There is a small collection of murmurs from the crowd. So Jericho's not getting heat. He's not getting fucking cheers. Even when he puts his hand to his ear, they're like, we're waiting for Rampage. You suck. And all the fucking bleeding hearts are going to jump down and want to fucking tell me I'm wrong. But come on, guys. If we're going to shit on WWE for delivering shit, oh, Jericho's got the birds up to try and get some. That's a sign of desperate. That is a sign of insecurity, guys. And if you think I'm wrong, there's no way I'm wrong. Jericho, who's getting no reaction. He is fucking bombing. So what does he do? Try and go to an easy out. I'll flip the crowd off. Flips crowd off, and they're still like, you're fucked. Fucking hell. Yeah, they're just murmuring. That to me is what you would call, like, almost the equivalent of go home heat, is when they're just murmuring, right? When they're not really booing you, they don't even bother to boo you. They're just like, fuck, go away. This match is slow. Do you know why this match is slow? Because we knew it was going to be slow. Because watching Jericho wrestle is like watching a man fucking jog on the beach. And Keith Lee isn't the flightest of foot. And he's the fastest of the two in here. Fuck. It's what we keep saying. And I know some people want to get on the mic and just beat one drum. WWE sucks. Listen, I will not get sucked into the tribalism. I will not pick a side. I am a wrestling fan, and WWE, when they shit the bed, they eat it. And they have been. But we can't go, well, see, Dynamite's so much better than Raw. Yeah, we got a fucking dark match followed by this to end your show. We got 3-4 segments that were almost identical. You had the right parts. You had the right ingredients, Tony. You just got to figure out how to make the fucking cake. And I'm not talking about the last match either. Oh, Cornette right now is fucking salivating. It's that simple. Like this is just fucking a T-bone steak for the haters, for the critics. That's what it is. And I think that's what frustrates me as the fan is you hear me complaining, but I'd rather be cheering, right? A Cornette wants to be picking something apart. I don't, but this is fucking flat. Listen, guys, turn up your TVs and tell me if I'm wrong. I'll wait. It's okay. A couple people. You can almost hear a fucking mouse take a fucking poop. I know that's not the fucking statement, but I'm tired. Jericho wins. Yeah, probably. Davey Boy Smith Jr. has been seen with CM Punk and Jay White and Jay Legal. I'm all for that, especially if you're going to Wembley. Dude, that's a fucking story. And if there's any truth to that, sign it. Because letting Davey Boy Smith Jr., and I can almost see, I don't know why, I instantly was like, Davey Boy Smith, they announced that they've signed him, and it will be Jericho for Davey Boy Smith. Jericho will play the role of Bret Hart in honor of the other really good Canadian wrestler that I'm fond of. That's if he doesn't work himself into a Punk match. That's a possibility. You can hear fucking everything. That guy in the third row just cracked his knuckles. I heard every fucking snap. But this is what happens. This is what fucking happens. And I do blame Tony Khan, guys. I do blame Tony Khan. And I can't wait. There's a couple shows I like to watch after I go off the air. I can't wait to hear them spin this into, oh, great job. Great job, AEW. Tony's a genius. I can't wait to hear it. But this is fucking awful. I'm deducting points across the fucking board on this shit. Jay White, Jay Legal, Jay Uso, KJ. You ate a longhorn foghorn. Ew. I wouldn't be surprised if someone in WWE comes out with a gray beard making Keith Lee. Right? Right? Who would it be though? I want some people out there to let me know. Who would that be? Who would they use to mimic? Maybe it would be Baron Corbin's new thing. Baron Corbin's been through so much. He's now a grizzled old man. Oh, we get Keith Lee into the walls of Jericho. The man's got legs as tree trunks. Get the fuck out of here. Mr. Wonderful, welcome, welcome, welcome. I've watched this match, and I don't think Jericho has looked bad. I've not followed stories for a bit. All right, okay. Okay. I hate to disagree in the sense that this match is boring as fuck. And I think it's slow. And I think we've seen that a couple times. Jericho versus Cabana, slow. Jericho versus Bandito. By Bandito standards, slow. And listen, it's a fact of life. Jericho is in his 50s, but he thinks he can still wrestle like he's 28. And that's where the issue runs in. And this is where I think Tony gets himself in trouble. But I have a feeling there's got to be more to this. Like, we're going to get a match and another bleed over. But, Mr. Wonderful, I appreciate you being here. We are always open to opinions, especially new ones. But, yeah, I just think it's this is fucking boring as hell. 100% agree, but I think it's because we don't care about... valid point, Mr. Wonderful. Valid point. Could it be the fact of we just haven't given a shit? So, just on a side note, next week we're going to get the match we should have got this week. So, we're going to get Hater and DMD now versus Outcast. Powerhouse Hobbs versus Wardlow for the TNT title next week. Ooh. Remember everybody was nervous that they were going to push Wardlow and Hobbs together again too soon? Ooh. Ooh. All right, so Keith Lee got, I think 7 people clapped for Keith Lee's comeback. Mr. Wonderful, do you not think that this match is a bit slow, though? It's kind of lacking some excitement. It's lacking some pace. Anyone else want to tell us what you can hear? I like this one. Keith Lee isn't the fleet as a foot. No, I agree. When they announced this match, that's the first thing I said was, oh my God, this is going to be, you might have to put this one on fast forward just to get them to move. This makes no sense. I agree. Garcia's in the ring now. What the fuck? Where is Joe? Was that Swerve? What the fuck? And the crowd didn't even react. Okay, remember we said that they forgot about Keith Lee and Swerve? Swerve! What the fuck? Of course he goes over. Fucking hell. Called it. Called it. Called it. Yeah, and then Cole. So all you guys see the pattern. You see kind of the pattern of the booking. Match, then bleed out. Match, then bleed out. Match, then bleed out. Every segment was identical tonight. No running storyline. Every match was the same. And now here we get Adam Cole. And I'm really upset. Yeah, see, Mr. Wonderful, we lost you. Right? So a guy that Keith Lee used to have a problem with that we haven't talked about in a month, who fought earlier tonight and got forgotten about completely because of all the bullshit that happened that night. So Adam Cole came out to give Keith Lee a pep talk. Like, it's okay, buddy. Can't win them all. Oh, that is so fucking weird. Are we just gonna do like the awkward tease? Yeah, the over the shoulder. I heard someone in the you misheard, Larry. I'm pretty sure it was Kingdom. Listening to Cody Rhodes fucking something, Cody Rhodes while watching this nonsense. Adam NXT. So Jericho's getting pissy with Adam Cole. So Adam Cole got an entrance just to come out and give Keith Lee a fucking public hug. Whew. For anybody that was upset about the fucking Monday After Raw, this is a fucking... I want to see some fair ratings on this one tonight, folks. I understand. Yeah, so back to my point, Mr. Wonderful. Yeah, Swerve, who used to be mad at Keith Lee, who was friends with Keith Lee kind of for a second, just gave Chris Jericho a chance to win. And that's what happened. Bro, stop. I like that. Come on now. 7 out of 10 due to Jeff Hardy. Oh, ouch. 7 out of 10. Rowdy. Oh. All right, folks. Get those ratings in. Pretty good show. Please tell me what I missed that was good. I want to know. I want to know. I watched it with y'all. I have some issues. Maybe the main event just soured me. But there was a lot of the shit I didn't like tonight. Let's be real. Let's be real, guys. We said it. Monday was a mess show. Not bad. A little better. I liked it. Gave it good marks. Last night was entertaining. Gave it a decent mark. 7.5 seems high for the show, guys. And again, is it just that we get caught up in the pops? Yes, Jeff Hardy came back. Okay. But it was a long-ass segment to get to Jeff Hardy coming back. Wardlow showed back up. We hadn't seen him in a minute. Swerve was involved. I think that match was underwhelming. Jericho in the main event was awful, guys. Like, Darby Murphy was excellent. I'm guessing you're saying Darby and Murphy separately. Darby and Swerve underachieved, I think. And then the Murphy match was hindered by the hand injury. Went a little long and then again just led to more bleed over, right? So I liked it. I thought they had so much more potential than it gave us, though. 5 out of 10. All the show. Okay. So let me ask everyone out there, especially the guys who are dropping 7s and 7.5s. During the main event tonight, were you excited? Did you enjoy the main event tonight? Larry made me laugh. Jeff is on a buzz. I don't want to go there. Well, let's just hope he's not. You enjoyed the main event? Okay. So that's interesting. What was good about the main event? A high speed match? Nope. Technical match? Nope. Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one for me. I thought it was pretty good, but could have been better. Fair enough, Rowdy. Okay. Again, I just think when they booked it, we all kind of knew what we were going to get, and we got it. And the fact, I think what hurts my stomach is Keith Lee. Yeah, they're going to say, oh, he got screwed by Swerve. But it's just such a shitty ending to the show. It really is. To say it's worse. Oh, I didn't say it was worse than. No. Don't misquote me, Rowdy. I'm just saying for all the fans that will try and convince me that this was if anyone wants to jump out and say this was a great show, we got a problem. That again, I don't exactly think it was hot garbage. It definitely wasn't as bad as people made it out to be, but it wasn't good. It was not good. It got low marks, got low ratings. But I mean, the big things that I took away from it, like Brock and Cody, I was all for that. So I'm okay with that ending. Tonight was tough. 6 out of 10 because Adam Cole ruined my victory. Okay. Yeah, no, I agree. I didn't. If I was, that was worse. Yeah, no. If I was quoted as saying that this one was worse. That wasn't what I meant. It deserves to be higher than Raw, but lower than 7.5, which I gave Raw. Yeah, Raw. It deserves to be higher than Raw. This week, this Monday compared to Wednesday, Monday wins, guys. Straight out, Monday beats Wednesday this week. Last week, it was a slam dunk for Wednesday. This week, Monday beats Wednesday. And if you watch that show with every segment just mirror images of each other, and it was just, that's a tough one. I don't know what that says. Is it okay? The show, it was okay. Show 5 out of 10. +2. Okay. I'll take that. I've been known to skew a rating or two, Victor, for some of my happy biases. I definitely will say that. Lukewarm garbage. It was pretty fucking hot. But I mean, we watched NXT last night. I had a whole lot of more energy and a lot more. As much as I hate the skits on NXT, the matches on NXT, the worst match on NXT was probably better than the best match on Raw tonight, or on Dynamite tonight. So, you better like Raw WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, he messes up my ribs bad. Yeah, Cody, you took a beating and people are pissed off because they've given up on the story. So y'all better have a plan to get you back to that battle. Who was the masked man in the third row? Good question. I guess it would have been Swerve at that point. 7. Okay, Vance is 7. 6.5. My final rating, KJ. Go check out my pizza. All right. You can enjoy what you want, but society needs to stop accepting mediocrity. Listen, I enjoy all the wrestling. And again, we get the unique claim that go find a couple guys that watch more wrestling than we do around here. So we really do get a sense of all of it. And I know whether you're on one side of the argument or on the other side of the argument, whether you got a loyalty each way. Yeah, I mean, I understand that. I really do. But I try and call a spade a spade. Last week, Raw got dusted by Dynamite. It got dusted. But this week, Raw was better than Dynamite, guys. I will not go, oh, well, we had this, and this, and this. They literally booked a dark match in the middle of my fucking Dynamite show. And I can't figure out why I had to watch it. And the green spray paint gimmick made no sense. Jamie Hayter coming out first made no sense. Britt coming out to separate music made no sense. Britt looking like the superstar instead of your world champion does make sense. The main event was hot fucking garbage. If people want to talk about hot fucking garbage, that main event sucked. The audience that was live knew it sucked. They didn't make a fucking sound. Even when Jericho flipped the bird, they didn't get up. It wasn't good. That's my take tonight. Oh, Backlash, you finish your story. Backlash, you're going to take on Brock Lesnar. So I still think we got more there. Jim Carrey versus Brendan confirmed. There we go. All that being said, folks, it looks like we're winding down here. My official rating tonight. I'm trying to remember what I gave Raw, but I think I gave it a high mark. I'll go 6.5. 6.5. There was a lot in this that I struggled with. Just from a standpoint, like I said, Tony Khan has all the ingredients. He just doesn't get the recipe cooked the way he needs to. I think there was a lot of options there. 6.5, because I think there was a lot of long segments that led. It was just like layers and layers of story, like trying to tell a story on a story on a story. And it's tough. It's tough. So I'll go 6.5. And I'm only giving it the 0.5 because of, it's kind of cool to see Jeff Hardy, even though I kind of have mixed emotions about it. We got a little bit of Jay White. That was good. The in-ring, to me, I was just a little disappointed. I thought Swerve and Darby were going to be like one of those matches we talk about for weeks. It wasn't. I thought we were going to talk about Murphy a little more than we did. Yeah, not bad, folks. But As we wind down, I will take a second to remind everybody we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is what we do. We just grind on a different level. I am KJ White. It's been fun taking you through AEW Dynamite tonight. Remember, we watch all the shows. You never have to watch a show alone. We are the wrestling friends you cannot get in your real life. Tomorrow, 2 shows. We're back for Impact and Ring of Honor. The next day, we're back for the doubleheader, SmackDown Rampage. And then just watch the channel. Click that little bell. Know when we're going to pop back up Saturday, Sunday. Full of action, full of things to talk about. But other than that, folks, I thank everybody for being here. I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate how you feel, even if we do not agree. This is what we do here. I want to hear everybody's take on things. Richard said 6 out of 10. I don't want to miss that. The women division is booked like shit, and part of it is you need more talent. You have a couple really talented ladies, and you have to book them right, and you got to put them in good matches. And if anybody wants to compare what we got on AEW in the women's division, I understand the Trish stuff is kind of fucked up and all over the place, but it's still the talent level, the level of superstardom is just not the same. But yeah, they need to be booked better and booked with better people. Same bad time, same bad channel tomorrow. That's right. We're back at it. And actually, Victor, I hate to correct you, but we are here at 7 p.m. Eastern time for Ring of Honor tomorrow with yours truly. Break it down per segment. What was good on this on paper matches? Stupid. Yeah, I just feel like the good stuff under-delivered and the cool stuff was kind of the point. But again, long contrived ways to get it. Sting was probably my favorite part of tonight's show, to be honest. What do you think of Ricky Starks? I love Ricky Starks. I got no Ricky Starks tonight. That sucks. Good night, Larry. Good night. Good night. Goodbye. Later. So long. Our shit is real. Our shit is authentic. So you got a little twisted there. Well, our shit is real. Our style is real. Our shit is real. You see, you missed the sentence in there, Victor. We got to work on that. But our shit is real. Our shit is authentic. And when you talk about that wrestling, you better put that for life with it. Is kind of what we were going with. But, folks, that's not my gimmick. That is my buddy's. He'll be back. Victor, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone else out there. That was Dynamite. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. Though I think I do hate Jericho at this point. I'm really fucking tired of Jericho. But I guess that's my final note, my final thought. Can we have Dynamite without Jericho? Let's go with that. But until next time, I'll see everybody on the flip side. Bye.